Hello? Oh boy. Alright. I think we're here. Sorry. Sorry. I know we did this yesterday. Today I feel worse. I have a really unpleasant headache. I thought it was going away, but I just slapped the mic. It's getting worse. But I hate that it feels like the last few times I've streamed this I've been like, I don't feel right. And then I complain about it the whole time. So I'm gonna try not to. But here we are back on the Stola Strat. Um, my brain hurting, and I'm sorry. I guess more than anything, just be aware we're probably losing our train of thought a lot. I'm gonna work on the staff today. We'll see how this works out. What color are we on? That should be fine. Yeah. I don't know what to do. You know, I thought this was gonna be easy, but I can't think of how to do this. Maybe I should have done this on a detail layer, huh? Fuck. Oh well. Actually, yes. I know. Hear me out. We're gonna have to blend some of this, and it's gonna get the background color, and we don't want that right now. What we want is details independent of the background. So we have to do it like this. Okay. Do 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 do. How? Okay. I feel like we're maybe making progress. I don't know. Guess we'll see how this turns out in general. My phone just go off. I think it was just telling me that I was live. Okay. Did it just go off again? There's no way it's telling me I'm live. It is. Okay. Ow. I think I'm gonna try and do the top in a darker color, but like lighter than this. You know what I mean? So that maybe has like a 3D effect. Jesus. Where am I right now? You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. Oh, brother. I'm trying to have them all point the same direction because it's like the wood grain, if you will. Obviously, that's not quite right, but we're trying. Like, generally. They don't have to be exact. Oh, boy. My neck. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. What am I doing? What? That was disorienting. I'm already pretty disoriented. But we must learn art. We must stream. We cannot stop. We cannot be stopped. Okay. Do 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 do. My head kind of hurts. Hit him with the yoinky splinky, huh? Okay. That seriously looks like a fucking hand, doesn't it? Like Mickey Mouse's fingers right there. Kind of freaking me out. I would say this is kind of under that, so I'm gonna give it the darker look. Not really sure what I'm looking at right now. Not really sure how to feel about this. I have a headache. Bro, what am I even looking at right now? I need water. I don't know what I was doing that I had that out. Oh, you know what? I took pictures of it. That's right. I've done this before, but it's been a long time. I did a double lanyard basically. So I put two lanyards together and I folded them like through the same time so that it kind of gave it like a stacked feeling. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it's kind of a pain in the ass, so I don't know. I remembered while I was making it why I don't really do it. Bruh. It's not from this layer, is it? Okay, I didn't think so. The question is, can you even tell that I've done anything here? Because my guess is no. Okay. Okay. So let's try and pick like a lighter bit, but like still be darker than what we had. Maybe like this. Is that okay? Can't really tell. Feels like it's almost the exact same color, doesn't it? I feel like this should have just been the color for the other thing. Just do like some fake texture to it. I kind of forgot to do that for the bottom. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Might like try and redirect my fan at me. 1 second. Like it's barely pointing at me somehow. I don't know. It's like the perfect distance to like clip my legs. All right, it's a little better. Kind of have a little OEO going there. It's a little backwards, upside downy. Kind of like that. It's fun. Jesus. Probably come through with some lighter colors as well. Shit. I probably should have been darker thinking about it. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Wub 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 wub. Wub 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 wub. We're not gonna make it. I can't even like see what I just did right now. Is there something like am I just that fucked right now or is it just like pointless? Oh brother. I don't even see it. Like it just looks fucking flat as hell to me. Okay. The thought process here is this thing can maybe glow. I don't know. Okay. 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 I think I might actually put more because it's a lot less defined when it's blended. Really dulls it. I don't know. What do we think? Oh, brother. Just trying to stretch. Trying to not have a headache, I guess. If you were wondering, I guess, since it's sitting here. Little clip point, upswept buoy, whatever you want to call it. We did tweet the pictures of these, though. But I feel like this really matches it, especially with the black liners, right? You got the black tie-in and then the top half tie-in. I don't have any pink leather lace or whatever this shit's called. I have a different green, and I have the brown that I use all the time. That's about it. Oh god. I don't want to just stick something up my nose and like poke my brain. Might feel better. Or like push my fingers through my eyes. Okay. Push my fingers into my eyes. Okay. really wish it wouldn't do that. I don't even have my hands on anything. I wonder if that's like it auto-saving. You know what I mean? And so it switches to the one it's auto-saving to. Ow. Which reminds me I should save. Okay. I'll just put this in shade because it'll be fine. I'm gonna try and like touch up these. Doesn't feel blue. Feels very gray. What if I like pick maybe the slightly lighter one? Okay. Just feel like these feel very flat compared to some of the stuff that's around it. I was kind of hoping like we could get the same vibe that they've got going. Most unpleasant. Okay. Now we come in, try to lighten it up. I don't think we want it on everything, right? Because if we did that, it would look weird. We really only want this on like a lot of these more outer edges. Stuff that we really feel like is facing the outside world, if you will. Okay. Guess I never got to this state. Oh, you know what? It crashed when I was working on this. That's why this feels so much more incomplete. And it's just like not well blended at all. Because it's not. Because I didn't even get there. Anything, I think maybe these need to be more darker because the rest of her is in like a shadow over here. So to me, that would suggest that this should be darker overall. Right? It doesn't really make sense that like this is the same color as her other puff. You know? Oh man, all of this is like gone. Oh shit. Okay. Um Maybe like that. What if we just try and get it from the jump here? Yeah, I don't like that. We'll do it the hard way, I guess. You know what? Let's just stick with the blue we had. Well, no. Use the darker one. Hold on. Maybe we can get away with this. Hold on. What's interesting is I could have swore I did this side first, so I'm not really sure why most of this seems to just be gone. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't want to say anything, but you know, do you know what I mean? You know, like 15 seconds, we're gonna regret saying that, but. Alright, let's blend these up nicely so it's a little lighter in certain spots and a little, you know, more moody. What I was saying is, by the way, in case you didn't catch it, I was saying feeling just the smidgiest better. Probably about to regret that because it's probably gonna like come back hard. I did take, was it Advil? I don't know, some headache based. What are they? Anti? No, I don't know. Pain med, over the counter pain med. Um, but that was at like 9 something, and usually if it's gonna work, it works by like, you know, let's say I take it at 9, it works by like 9:20. Um, so we were kind of giving up hope there. I don't know. It could have just been, you know, you wake up, it's hot, you're kind of dehydrated, you try your best to drink some water, but then like it's just not enough, so you stay dehydrated. That's probably it. And so me drinking a bunch of water right now, it's gonna make me want to piss, but that's better than feeling like I'm about to die. Damn. Okay. Let's maybe hit this with a little smidge of it, like right around here-ish. And we'll just spread that. Spread it. Spread it on Reddit. If it's a lie, that's what you should do. That's what I do. Nothing more fun than spreading disinformation. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, never mind. So let's look. Okay. So let's let's take inventory to see like maybe where we're at. We have a lot of work to do on the head. We got the face that I'm really not confident in. The hair I think we could rework a little bit, mostly just with like texturing. I think it's okay as it is generally. But like a little bit of texture and shading would help. So face, hair, tail. I don't know how to even approach the tail. Um, face, hair, tail. That little back medallion. Maybe rework the sleeves. I gotta go back and do her hand actually a little bit. Get her a hand job. Her boots and the details on her dress, the feathers, the little X stitching. We got to do that. So we got more or less 8 things left, but they're like weird things. The small detail one, The dress stuff is probably going to be the easiest, barring the feathers. Those might be kind of hard to get like a good flow going. The sleeves, I'm thinking what I might just do is a layer over the current sleeves and just add a little bulk in some areas. It's that simple. The tail and the hair for like a more furry look, particularly like the ear part of the hair. I guess you could separate that out, but it's so intertwined. I was kind of considering them the same. I'm thinking we do the texture on a separate layer and kind of break out of the tail mold, if you will, and like puff it out. I don't know if that's really going to work the way I'm thinking, but basically we'll do a layer over and we'll do like white and we'll like break out of the outline and then we'll break into the outline with maybe like a dark gray or like maybe a not a dark gray, like, you know what I mean, but like a gray that's darker than the light. Honestly, maybe like the something like that, the shoulder puffs. I still need to Google Ishtola back shots or something so I can get a nice shot of her back medallion. That's what I'll get, right? Oh, you know what? We gotta fix some of the shading around here, but that's trivial. Her feet, honestly, I kind of think I could probably get away with what I have now and just reshape it, but I might just like come in and draw over them and redo them. I'm not really sure. I think more than anything, it's the left foot that's pretty bad. The right foot could probably be salvaged with some shading and like a little bit of adjustment. The left foot feels like it's at a weird tilt. Um, Her hand is just like a little bit of shading. I don't even, honestly, I don't even know if I really need to do anything to it looking at it, right? Because that should be generally out in the light, so it shouldn't have any major shadows on the top. And we drew in the shadow on the bottom. It should be out of the way of the sleeve. For the eye and like the face, I can't really rework them too much, I don't think. But what I'm thinking I will try to do, what I might be able to do is take a Vroid model or some sort of 3D model and pose it like this so that I can like embiggen it. Not sure. I think that's probably going to be my hardest part. Like, I don't really know how to do it. Okay. Let's, shoot. I'm trying to think of which thing would be the generally easiest, but I'm not really sure I have an answer right now. And clear that. All right. Let's just try. I wouldn't call this really details, but rather like adjustments. let's just try to, you know, cover up some of this like lightness here, for example. Right? Fill in the gaps that don't really need to be there. I know nobody's gonna see that, but I'll know. Okay. We got one. We got one. Hold on. Let's really fucking be a dick about this. Holy moly, that's fucking goated, right? Not my best hand shape, but it's good enough for me. Okay. New layer. We're gonna do it. We're gonna try the tail deets. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. Here's what I'm thinking though. I might try and like cut this out or something. I don't know. Let's look at her. Oh, I won't be able to see her tail on this, will I? Shoot. Wait. Game the system. I don't know why that just doesn't look good to me right now. What if I come in like that? Like that. Okay. Okay. No. Wait. What? What is that line from? Interesting. So we will need this below hand. Okay. Not a problem. It's weird, like this thing's kind of squeaking every time I put my hand over it and like do this motion. I don't like that. I'm sure all of them do it though, so not really anything to do about it. Why is her fucking tail so long, dude? I'm gonna chop it off. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna kiss it. I'm gonna suck on it. Wait. 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 Bro, it's so small you can't even tell I'm doing this. What? Come on, dude. Okay. So the vision is kind of the same thing we did with the staff, but then I'm gonna like break out of the thing with like some white details and, you know, to try and like break the illusion, right? That this is just a white long tube like my penis. You know, it's more than that, I guess. Okay. I should be able to do this. Should relieve some of these harsh edges and like blotchiness a little bit, and should hopefully merge things nicely. It's actually insane what I feel like already this is doing for us. Can't really tell from here, but like right here, you can already fucking see a massive difference. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just wing this part. We're gonna take that, and then we're gonna do the top as like a little lighter, maybe. That does not appear lighter at all. Okay. Gonna have to be a little more careful with this one. The other one you couldn't really tell. This one you can definitely tell. Okay. So with any luck, this will basically alleviate most of the real super flatness. It will still unfortunately feel like just a tube though. So we're gonna have to add details. Maybe come in with some of that white, cover up that black part, cover up like a bunch of this. What I'm thinking, I have time? I got a little bit of time. Okay. Okay. So what I'm thinking is like take this and then like come in and we'll just kind of like do something like that. I guess we can kind of like actually send it. I feel like it's got to be smaller than this though, right? It's gonna take fucking forever though. So do something like that and then like, you know, occasionally leak out and then we'll cover it in white. You know what I mean? Doesn't really work that well with the LART, but if we get rid of that and then well, what I'm probably gonna do is we'll re-LART things by tracing over almost all the line art. Well, hold on, actually, wait. How does this look without any line art? Actually, not that bad. It actually looks better without the line art for the tail. Obviously, we have a problem with the head. Not a big problem, though. Is it better without the line art? Wait, I kind of fuck with it. All right, well, we'll figure it out later. It could just be like a placebo where I'm just kind of thinking like, oh, it'll look better without the line art, and I'm just telling myself that so I don't have to draw the line art, you know? You know what I mean? What if we just temporarily get rid of it for this? Just break it up effectively. That way it gives it like a somewhat spotty look. Think this might be the play. Then we go back over it in this. Wait, what if we just do this from the jump? Wait. Let's lower the opacity a little bit. Holy smokes, that might be the one. Might be the first time I've ever said holy smokes on stream, by the way. We'll add some of these on occasion as well, but I feel like this is definitely the play to effectively eradicate that very hard-edged look of it. Who would have guessed that just getting rid of the hard edge would get rid of the hard edge? Okay, let's go over it real quick in this just to fuck with it a little bit. Right, give it some level of texturing, I guess, if you will. Don't have to be super precise with this, I don't feel like. Look, there's probably a better, smarter, more clean looking technique than this. Obviously I don't fucking know it since I just made this the fuck up. Please let me know what that technique is. Probably not gonna do it still, but it'd be nice to know. Let's see how that looks with Lart right now. Kind of weird, but it looks, in my opinion, pretty decent. I mean, there's obviously some flaws, but it definitely looks a lot better, I feel like. I think what it is it really gives off that, like, random fur look. Thanks to, like, the 5 things where I don't really have to keep it exactly perfect every time, and I'm, like, not going over the same one 5 times to kind of give it almost a strand effect. I feel like it's giving it like a very fuzzy feel, which I like. That's what we wanted. And again, it's not like perfect. There's probably a better, cleaner way to do this, but it's definitely giving it the feel I think my skill level can accomplish. Okay. I know it's effectively impossible to tell right now, but we're doing our best here. We don't actually want this to be that white because it's the edge of the tail, right? So it should be relatively translucent, right? It's not going to be as solid as having a solid object behind it because there technically isn't, as far as I'm aware. It's not a Cheeto puff, it's a fucking tail. It's got hairs, and we're looking at effectively the edge of the tail and a bunch of the edges of the fur. So we should be good. I think I might be going a little too heavy on it right now. Okay, so we'll come in with some blue because I really feel like we need it for over here. Like all the over pink stuff, we really, really need it. Okay, this is one of those moments where I really wish I was on my other tablet. I feel like 90% of the time I prefer this, large part because this pen has 2 buttons. Um, and like 99% of the time I prefer this because it's also not touchscreen, it's pen display. So the other one will constantly, even with the glove, I'll constantly end up on like the wrong layer or something, or a different pen, and I have to change back. I don't really have that problem. I end up on the wrong layer all the time, but that's my fault. It's not because I'm accidentally clipping my hand on it. Whereas on that, I'm clipping my hand, right? So we don't really end up on anything wrong other than the fact that I'm an idiot and I forget something. Whereas that, we have to compound it with the fact that I'm an idiot. So it's more difficult. Um, Overall, I'd say I prefer this because of that. But I do really like to be able to just fucking do like this, and I can like spin the image however the fuck I want. And I can also just straight up flip the tablet if I really want to, like to get a better angle or a different angle. But in general, I can just like, twist and turn. It's like out of a fucking sci-fi film, where they go like on like the fucking uh, what are those things called? Hologram. Okay, let's see how that looks. Not too bad. I'm gonna try and blend it a little bit. Hopefully I don't regret this. I regret it. I'm gonna try to mostly just blend the inside parts. I kind of want the edges to actually be a little sharp, but the parts that are trying to connect it to the tail, I want blent. Okay. So I really like how this part and a lot of it does look without the line art. But there's a problem with not doing the line art. And that's that I had planned on, like you see all these leaking edges here. I had planned on line arting around a lot of this stuff and then just cheesing it out by basically what I would be doing is I would draw the line art and then I would select the line art, and that line art would be the end all be all of my line, right? It'd be our fine line art. And then I'd select that so that everything would be included, and then we'd place the background, and that would get rid of everything else under it. Um, we can still work with this. It's just gonna be a little harder. Not a lot harder, just a little. Okay. Okay. Tail's not done, but I'm thinking I might be done for the day. I don't know. Hold. Let's try like one more thing, maybe. Let's try and do like a couple more of these. What do we think? I know it's kind of weird. I'm just trying to add like some form of texture to this so that it's not just like hanging out, you know? I don't know. Am I crazy? Feel like it needs it. That's weird. I feel like I hear a bunch of shit outside my window, which is something I should not be hearing. You think she has to brush this thing? Or does she lick it? You know, like a real cat? Because everyone tells me, go to air cats. I still think they're mice. But, you know, that's what everyone says. Maybe what I'll do is erase the tail. Hold on. All right, here's what I'm gonna. Well, it's the last day we're probably gonna work on this for like a week. I mean, there's a chance we get a nighttime stream or something in. Maybe a Friday stream. Probably not though. So this is the last time until next weekend, unless I work on it off stream. But I don't really want to do that. Okay, here was my thought process though. What if I erase the lart on certain things? So like we leave it, for example, hold on, give me a sec. So we leave it on like the dress and like here because we kind of need that anyway. We leave it maybe on the staff because again, we sort of need that anyway. But like right here, we, well, this side looks better. But the hair I feel like kind of looks a little better for the most part without it. Right? Her tail looks much better without it. But I don't know. I feel like this doesn't look bad without it, but I kind of just, well, actually maybe it looks better without it. Maybe I just go in and I adjust everything that's going to be fucked by it. It's going to take longer. But like, you know, like all these edges here. Maybe we do that. Okay. We might do that. We'll see. This just went from like I was thinking I might be done by maybe next weekend if I really fucking went for it to there's no chance I'm done with this in the next fucking like month. Ishtola's about to be our life, and I'm not complaining. What do we think? You know what? You've probably, unless nobody's on tomorrow, you probably have some time to actually tell me this time instead of, you know, I basically stream before anyone can watch the VOD and tell me. So please let me know. Do you think I should just go in, do some partial edits, get rid of all of the line art, go hard on it kind of thing? I'm kind of thinking I might do that. Other options include different line art, changed line art, removed line art, better line art. I don't know. Basically, I'm looking for any reason to not do the eyes right now. God damn it. I don't know. I kind of like from afar, I feel like I like this part better with it, but zoomed in, I feel like it looks so much better without it. Doesn't it? It really does. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know. I'm gonna zoom out. We're gonna save. And then we're gonna get off for the day. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry, probably super low energy at the start because I honestly thought I was gonna pass out. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the support on the art channel. I think it's more more popular than the gaming channel, which is fantastic news. Um, Let me know your thoughts on like line arts and stuff. I feel like some of this looks way better without a line art, and other parts, take it or leave it. And other parts, I feel like it really helps guide your eye. So I don't know. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, I'll catch you in the next one, which should be guaranteed next Saturday. If we get something before then, great. But I'm I intend to do Saturday, Sunday mornings as much as I can. Anyway, thanks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.